Hey everyone, my name is Casey and I'm Player One Coffee's new resident educator. I have about 7 years experience in the specialty coffee industry. I now own my own business called Casey Makes Coffee, where I do educational training online, in person, and professional consulting. I also do content creation on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm really happy to be a part of this community, and I'm really glad to be able to answer your questions and make some content to help you become better coffee brewers. So let's start off with a question. I got this question asked by two different people on two different platforms. So Lance Blizz Gamer on Twitter and Milo MA on Instagram ask me what my favorite coffee is. And I'm going to have to give that to First Person Smoother. This is a Colombian lot blend from Huila. Huila is a really great coffee producing region in Colombia. Colombia is kind of top dog right underneath Brazil in terms of coffee exporting and producing. Huila is a really great, I've had so many great coffees from that region. They tend to be really sweet, nutty, balanced. You get a little bit of florality with it. I tend to drink light roast because in the specialty coffee industry, coffee is typically roasted on a lighter scale, on the light side of the spectrum of roasting. And I've always been impressed by Huila coffees. I find this one to be really nice and citrusy. You get a lot of orange from it, some lemon rind, and you get like that nice roundness of the sweetness of like a cacao nib. Huila is also an exporter of cacao nib as well. Coffee and chocolate have a lot in common in terms of processing, so I think that's really cool. Talking point. So yeah, I'm going to have to give that one to First Person Smoother. Thanks for asking. Lance Blizz Gamer also asked me a second question. What is your choice brewing method? Well, I have a few. So currently, in terms of a pour over setup, I actually use origami drippers. They're very beautiful. These have been making an impression in the industry for, the last year or so. A lot of people have these now. They mimic the way that a V60 works, and if you're not familiar with a V60, that's a pour-over device that looks like a cone, and they have a trademark spiral imprinted inside the cone itself to help water travel down in a 360 motion, which is why it's called that, I think. I use origami drippers. These are my brand colors, and I use these in my educational videos for my business, and I also think they're very cute. They are ceramic, so they are a little delicate. They're not good for cafe use. My second one, I'm going to have to take you on a little trip into my kitchen to view my whole setup. All right, we're walking into my kitchen, and lo and behold, here is my favorite way of making coffee, my Breville Barista Express. This is an espresso machine. It comes with a built-in grinder. I love being able to wake up or have my partner make me espresso in 30 minutes after opening my eyes in the morning. It's real nice. I highly recommend an espresso machine if you can afford it. That's my Time More scale, my Baratza Encore, and this is my Lido hand grinder. So yeah, bunch of coffee from my friends. I'm gonna have to give it to the espresso machine as my favorite way of making coffee. It's really convenient. Remember how I said I was going to teach you how to make milk in a French press that you could pour latte art with? All you need is a French press, obviously. What you're going to do is you're going to heat up your milk in any which way you want, whether that be the microwave or a stove top. You're going to pop it in here, right? Put the top on, make sure everything is closed, and then you're going to hold the lid like this, and you're going to start pumping. You want to do this for about 45 seconds. You'll notice that it's done when it feels thicker than it began. So after about 30 to 45 seconds of doing this, you're going to put it into, you can either pour with that because it has a spout, or you could put it in a milk pitcher. I'm assuming that not everybody has something like this, but you could get it on Amazon for like $10. And you're going to tap and swirl your milk to pop any big air bubbles, but essentially what you're left with is something that's very similar to what we call microfoam milk in the coffee industry. The steam wand of a espresso machine, what it does is it injects and incorporates air into the body of milk as it's heating up. Essentially, the French press is doing just the same. It's incorporating and adding air to the body of milk, but you've already warmed it up. So this is a really, really great and cheap, affordable way to make latte art milk at home. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. If you have any other questions, just DM the Player One Coffee Instagram or add us on Twitter or message us on Facebook. You can also email me at casey@playeronecoffee.com. Thank you. Nice meeting ya.